Oh my wamo. Shindoodoo! Let's talk about it. Ghost of Tsushima. Sony has shown a state of play on May 14th, showing off a little over 15 minutes of gameplay for Ghost of Tsushima, showing us how they went for more of a dynamic approach when it comes to exploring by using gateways and wind to guide the players into new areas between shrines and foxes, showing you the way, also incorporating the wind, filling up with unique locations and items to find. This heavy samurai influenced game looks to be a real fine experience. It will probably be one of the best epic adventures to partake in. The combat alone makes the user feel like a brutal badass, slaying through the enemies like a top-notch samurai would. Not only will players be able to slice down opponents and enemies with their steel blades, but bows look to be incorporated in the game as well as daggers, bombs, and the environment. There's horse mounts, as that was revealed inside the gameplay trailer, different combat stances. However, more interesting enough, there is not just the only samurai way, but there's also the way of the ghost, which is inside of the game. Title, I mean. The Ghost gives off more of a shinobi-like experience where you're a badass ninja shredding through enemies. However, my own personal taste took a more interest into the badass samurai approach. But both can be played and both look great enough to use in itself. They stand by itself, that's what I mean. And it seems like the game you can use your enemies' weapons against themselves, and as well customize the game's main character to your liking. They also revealed there's charms that you gather from playing the game that they further emphasize gives you edges in battles. And these charms also give you techniques that further decide how the main character plays and feels, further showing he could be the ghost or the samurai. Or maybe both. We don't have the full story on it yet. We just know from what the gameplay that they showed off and talked about on that state of play. Don't ignore the flowers as they are the pieces you will need to collect to customize your armor and even change the look of the gear itself. So when you pick these flowers up, you'll get different crafting options to make different colors, varieties, variants, and also to even change the gear to make it look completely different. Cosmetic wise, it would probably not do anything for attributes. The last thing they showed off was a photo mode for the ones that like taking screenshots or have blogs or are fan of art style in general, or even if you make YouTube videos like myself, you can use this photo mode for your thumbnails. It is well made and probably the best photo mode on console currently out there, and the only other one I can think of would be the Grand Theft Auto photo mode, but it's also a studio mode where you can make full movies, trailers, whatever you want, music videos with that. But the photo mode of this game looks incredible, as much as everything else surrounding the game. True to its nature, Ghost of Tsushima will have a killer Japanese voice acting setting, which you'll be able to participate and listen to the nature of the game. And it will probably be the best way and the only way to play the game. I just gotta brush up on my Japanese, as I am just a dakusai and not a sensei. Into the other news, we have the Unreal Engine 5 will support the Nintendo Switch. Nobody really knows much about this yet, as the news is still new, but you won't have to worry about the Nintendo Switch being left in the dust because of the power that the Switch has. We all know the Nintendo Switch install base right now as an all-time high, with Animal Crossing selling over 13.4 million copies, and Nintendo Switch units sold are over 60 million. With that number of a user base, the Switch will not be forgotten with the newer upcoming generational video games in their consoles. It's just too high to ignore. And I'm also a Nintendo fanboy. I stand by that. I would rather be with Nintendo over Sony or Xbox. That's just a personal taste and big fact for me. Speaking of Nintendo as well, they did stealth drop a nuke bomb, dropping Paper Mario, which looks fantastic by the way, and it's coming out in July. The game's file size seems to be a little over 6 gigabytes, and just by watching the trailer, I am indeed hooked and intrigued with this game, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. It looks like you can buy the game if you still have a Nintendo voucher, but I've used mine a long time ago, and they have not brought the system back where you can get more of those inside North America. The aesthetics and the graphics of seeing Paper Mario back in its glory on a truly better platform in console Wii U. It brings me joy that there's also rumors of the partner system coming back, but we don't really know and have any way to confirm this at the time. The game is still being talked about as it was just a trailer, so not all the full details are revealed at the moment. I'm sure Nintendo would probably touch up about it later, and if not, well, we don't have to wait that long to play the game because it does release in July. And that is all today for this news video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Husky Puppy at NGI. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe. Have a good day, and God bless.